Yo, it's almost that time. Football season is almost here. We have Rookie Minicamp, just news of football just in general. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, give me a follow on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. All the links will be down below. Tune into the podcast, Sports Factory. Yeah. So, big news this week. NCAA just dropped their cover. They're coming back this week. I'm loving it. I'm a huge college football fan, huge Texas Longhorn fan. Hook 'em. You know, I saw my guy Quinn on the cover. If you want to play with me, I'll be on the PS5 and Xbox at Dreamville and Lou. Hey, just comment in the video if you want to, get a game with me. I'm gonna be dropping videos, Road to Glory, etc. So one things I like from the mini camp series, Mike McCarthy has confirmed that they are indeed going with the running back committee, which I predicted, which I am 100% behind. I love the idea of Zeke coming back, but we got to be honest with ourselves in doing this. Zeke is just not the same running back as he used to be. He still has that burst, but we're looking for something that we can change up, that can be just not for a certain type of defense, for every type of defense. So they're going to go with the committee. Committee being Rico Dowdle, Zeke, of course, Royce Freeman, and Deuce Vaughn. And we can't forget about our guy Hunter Luepke. Just great dynamic running backs on the roster with different skill sets. It's going to be interesting to see how they use that. In my opinion, this is a very good thing, but the only thing is it's going to be very, very much situational. So within a game, if you see the tendencies of a team, how they're playing us, if you see it early on, don't be afraid to lean on at least 2 to 3. Somebody got to get iced out. Somebody's going to get iced out on the team in general. So there's a lot of running backs to keep on the roster, but my biggest takeaway, I just want them to be able to use these running back correctly and make it so unpredictable for the defense. Next news. With the rookies coming in, man, I'm very much loving this rookie class. Not as flashy as one would say. I know Brian Thomas was there. We missed out on him. I know with Brian Thomas there, getting him with this season, we'll just further more of the weapons what we need. But you know what? We really did do some dirty work in this draft, man. We got to work, and we was like, you know what? We're not gonna build this house without our foundation. And you know what? That's what they did in this draft. They laid the concrete, hitting in all points of where needs and part of this draft. I'm still in the middle of a series. I'm going to be going in a deep film analysis of each rookie and undrafted free agent that we picked up. They are very much important, Cowboys fans, because we have hit in the past. They have contributed in the past, and based on the lack of moves that the Cowboys front office has made in this free agency, we're going to be very much relying upon them as well. And it may not even be from a specific offensive defensive standpoint. It can be even from special teams. Special teams are very important with field position. I need fast, hungry guys, disciplined guys out there. So shout out to my guy Tyler Guyton. Man, I love this kid, bro. I love his film, but he just screams somebody who eat, drinks, sleep football. 2 days afterwards, you can be just chilling. You got picked up first round. You know what I'm saying? Take it slow. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna put your body on the line until you get that contract, bonus in your hand. Nah, he said, I'm going to move to the Dallas area. Give me an Airbnb. I'm not gonna wait for no one. And you know what? I'm gonna hook up with the guy, Big Duke Manyweather, where pretty much 80% of the Cowboys O-linemen go for the offseason. This is the home away from home. This is the true O-line coaches. He's going there immediately, going to put in work. He understands the assignment. He understands he's coming in to play the left tackle position. He understands his weaknesses being Hands and power. Hands and power, Tyler. That's what we need you to work on and continue to keep build into your man body, and just get to a place where you can go out there and play free. Because I don't know if you heard, but if you've seen the schedule, the first game, you got an immediate test, being the former defensive player of the year, being Myles Garrett. He's going to test you. It is time. The learning curve is coming fast. So I love his initiative. That's all I can ask for these rookies. His initiative to go there. Next O-lineman, I'm loving this. Cooper Beebe. Immediately when he got drafted, Coach Solaris called him and told him immediately, hey, put all that dead in the water. You're playing center. And he already is going as well to go train. He's a big guy. I told you his biggest asset from him was his IQ, and really I think a learning curve for him is mainly getting all the playbook and above, because I need him to be on it. I need him to be able to call out the defenses, know what we're doing here, know what all 5 positions is doing. Big news, I was so happy for defensive linemen. Now, as you know, we got a new defensive coordinator if you've been living up under a rock. Zim is coming in. He's already putting his stamp down on what he wants for his defense, and it's kind of spreading towards what, I was being very scared about this offseason, being the defensive tackles. Our first overall pick from last year, he had an kind of year, and controversy around his name, how he lost 30 pounds after he was drafted. Cowboys not playing him the same. Dan Quinn, I'm not gonna mention him. You know how I feel about him, but he came in and weighed at an astonishing 328, and I was so relieved, man. I don't think y'all understand how relieved I am, but I'm not all the way relieved because he is dealing with a shoulder injury. So we're going to keep an eye on that, because at the end of the day, there's a difference between training in the offseason and rehab in the offseason. There's a difference, but I'm trusting what Zim is going to build this man into. We got some more guys. We had Mike Zim give a deep discussion on what he's trying to come in to do, and I'm loving what I'm hearing already. Fans were worried that he's going to come in and he's not going to produce as many turnovers as DC or as Dan Quinn. But what fans need to understand is that Dan Quinn, he had that record-setting year the first year, but the next couple of years, he was just above averaging that. And there's a difference between let's just get one thing to understand. Look, I love the turnovers for the Dallas Cowboys, but what Shannon Sharp and other people who are not inside the Cowboys camp were kept criticizing about the Cowboys defense was, if we're not getting turnovers, what is this defense? And I was, as much as I want to give them credit, they were 100% correct. If we weren't getting turnovers, we were fundamentally getting beat. Certain things I hated. We were stunning, doing defensive stunts at times. I just heard from shout out Corey Media. He just gave the word that on his research that they did that it wasn't in the scheme. So they were just doing it randomly. So it was up to the player wanted to do that. And he didn't go on to a rant on why we always got beaten in on the hook and the pin downs and pin and pulls, with pin and pulls being they're sending the wide receiver in motion, and he's cracking down on the defensive end. And I'm always wondering about bro, why is any wide receiver, I don't give a care how big the receiver is, why is he cracking down on a big defensive end like DeMarcus Lawrence? Why is he crashing down on my Sam Williams, on Micah Parsons? Why is he able to do that? And it's because they be caught in the middle of a stunt around this time. And it's not even them knocking them off their track. Sometimes they do, but they're guiding them to the spot. And I already did not like that we was a stunning team. I felt, especially when we were facing teams with draws, QB draws, whether HB draws, because those are gap scheme runs, and we will already be caught out of the play. And I was just blaming the players, and it's like, man, that falls on the DC as well, because we didn't have a select scheme. So Zim is coming in, he's saying, look, I'm going to prioritize getting turnovers as well, but we are going to play, straight up fundamental football. We're going to maintain gap integrity. We're going to be one gap when it comes to interior. We're going to have our DBs come down and make an emphasis of playing run fits. Run fits will be important in my scheme. I'm loving this. And then you're seeing all the changes that he made, all the draft picks we got. There's guys who flying around, and they're not going to just fly off the screen, but I need them to do their job, if that makes sense. I need them after the game, and Zim is giving, his evaluation. I need 85s and above across the board. It's going to be perfect, but I need somebody somewhere close to that. I need you to do your job, man. So his scheme, like, he's seen what we did wrong with under Dan Quinn, in stopping the run, how we were just out of whack. That taste is still in the, I can't get it out of the way we played versus the teams we played last year, and how we didn't change. And they were saying there was rumblings of that, other players not liking that from Dan Quinn, because he was just such a stubborn guy. So listen, man, if he can recognize it, at the end of the day, he needs to show it. We need to go out there. We got new personnel. We hope we got all the guys he needs. And we can, be a totally different defense. Change the mindset of our corners on the outside. I love Deron Blank and Trevon Diggs a lot, but I feel like at times they are too aggressive, and I felt like they got the green light from Dan. I don't. If you watch Zim's defenses with the Vikings, yeah, he doesn't like that. When he's not. You need to be selective with your aggression. It's a purpose behind it, and the aggression is coming because you got help over the top. You know what I'm saying? It's a method to the madness. And another thing I'm liking, he's already talking about, he's going to be disguising coverages, blitzes. That's one thing we never, ever, ever did with Dan Quinn. I felt we were too predictable. And in one keeping Micah at the D end, when he's just 6'3", 250, and his best ability is versatility. Move him off the ball on running down situations, because he can hell of a scrape. That man, no guard is getting up there to him, sitting up there to him, or getting. He's going, and if he shoots the gap. His legs are so strong, he's gonna blow up the gap, but it's gonna free up other linebackers. Why we never did that? But it brings ease that somebody else can, another coordinator coming in can see that. And if you hear him talk, he's hungry as well. And I'm excited. We got all these other guys going in. Shout out to the rest of the rookies. Yeah, I'm just interested to see how he's gonna use all these other DBs. So Cowboys, I can't wait. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video, and peace.